Welcome back, babes, to this week's episode. We are in the process of really trying to figure out how to create evergreen content and also make content sustainably. So we're changing the format of our episodes just a little bit to kind of share a little bit about like our general experience of running this business, being entrepreneurs in this space, and also walking the talk that we talk. So we want to make this a little bit more personal, and hopefully along the way it becomes really relatable content for all of you so that you can see what it's really like kind of behind the scenes of owning a business.
There's this immediate expectation that as a business owner, not only you do the craft that you do, the thing, the service, the product, but it ends up being a thing that you have to do the behind the scenes on and create content for and build funnels to, and where sometimes I feel like the amount of time I actually just spend designing versus the amount of time I spend in the business has drastically shifted. I just used to design. That's all I did. Now it's, all right, what's the social media post about? What is the content that I'm going to push this month? Or it just feels like an extra layer that I don't hate it. I just didn't know that I was getting into business to also do that.
We have to wear many hats as business owners. And yeah, you're so right. So what currently is the thorn in your side around content creation, the way that we're doing business? What feels like, oh, I don't feel I signed on for that even?
It is for sure the content creation, because even if I think of just, let's say I designed the logo for someone and wrapped it up recently. I have not had a second, although she has all of her files and she's ready to rock. It is now an extra several hours for me to design it in a format that is now visible to other people. It used to be just, I get a photo shoot of my work and then that's my portfolio. Now, I don't know if anybody even clicks on my portfolio tab on my website. It's, let's see what she has on social.
Yes.
So now it's another thing I gotta edit or create in a clever way. I'm not really an account that has my face super visible, so I don't really go live, which, you know, is a thing that I'm trying to get over and do more of. But it's a thorn that just because something is done, it doesn't mean that the world knows that I got it done. And previously it was just, yeah, that's her portfolio. I update my portfolio quarterly, I'm done. Oh no, now I need a clever way to discuss what the problem was, make it a case study, make it engaging, design it in a way that's not just, you know, I do a lot of flat things. I don't animate. So now I'm taking a video, now I'm animating it, now I'm doing transition slides, or it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
It's still creativity and creation, but not in a way that I enjoy doing. I think about this with laundry. I don't mind doing laundry. Like, all right, I separated out the colors, this is the load, I put in the thing, or I pre-soaked something, or I hand-washed something. Now it goes through the cycle, now I put it in the dryer, now I put in the dryer sheets or the essential oil on the wool balls, and I still gotta fucking fold it and put it away.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, all right, the work is done, but it's not done. Now you still gotta edit it, upload it, hashtag it,
Trending audio it.
It's like, and the tools are way easier than they used to be. So I really shouldn't complain. Yet for some reason it takes the creativity out of it.
I feel like it's a bit harder for you. I just started my YouTube channel 10 days ago. And then I also, a few months ago, started a TikTok, and I don't have to worry about the design elements like you do, because you're creating a whole thumbnail for the video itself, when for me, I can just put a talking head video up, and it's more about the words that I'm saying and the vibe that I'm bringing instead of what it looks like.
Yeah, I can see that. Do you like creating the content and making the videos?
Yes and no. So I guess for me, the part that I like is just that it is a practice. It's a really challenging practice of just opening up the app every day and posting something. The way that I was doing it at the very beginning was I was writing out every single script for every single video.
Wow.
And I would batch content, create that. And then it got to be too much because I'm taking hours to batch create all the scripts, and then I'm memorizing the scripts, then recording the content, and then on another day I was batch editing. Oh, this is a full-time job.
Yep.
Great. Got it. And so, again, how do we create content that is evergreen and that doesn't burn you out or make you feel like, oh my God, I gotta do this again today? And so that, I feel like I'm starting to get a little bit more into a rhythm with, basically on TikTok, what I'll do is I'll push the plus button and then I'll toggle over to the 10-minute slide thing. So it's like I have 10 minutes to talk about whatever. And then once it's done, you push end, and then I let it run over to the next part where TikTok will put its own recommended audio on top of your video. And then I will savagely clip out any of the dead space or any of the ums or likes or the filler language. And it is interesting too because I see all of the ways that I am not an effective communicator. So it's been a very valuable practice, but it's hard to commit to showing up to something where you don't actually know if there's going to be a return on investment, because every video that I post, I'm not getting paid to take the time to post and edit and create all of that content in the first place. But I have hopes that, you know, social media will be a great form of lead generation. But again, you're playing a long game of like technologying and trying to be in your brilliance. I really admire people who have created empires with social media, because it is a skill set. It is not something that you just become good at or start out as being good at it. So I think that's also something to keep in mind whenever you start marketing yourself on social media.
But we all have to pick and choose what is the thing that you're willing to compromise on and what are you not willing to compromise on. And I think that's where, for me, it's mostly a thorn, because there's just so much time commitment to it. Eventually, I guess I'll get over it. It's fine. I mean, everybody's posting and everybody's online, so in the sea of all of that, can't get too hung up on the tiny details, because then I'm literally not taking action, or I'm taking too long that, you know, how are people going to find me if it's once a month that I'm posting?
I always say as well, at the beginning, it's going to be challenging, but demonstrate to yourself the willingness to do something hard. And if it's miserable the entire time that you do it, not just the getting to it in the first 10 minutes of it, if it fucking sucks the entire time, that is a signal to you of misalignment. So for me, it's sometimes challenging just pushing that plus button, but then 5 minutes into making my content, I hit a flow state where it's actually not too difficult. It's not too bad. It's not too hateful. But if I were to get on and it was sucking the soul from my body every single time and it was just awful, then that would be a sign to me of, okay, maybe this is not the most congruent form of marketing for me.
That's actually a really good point, where not that either of us are planning to scale businesses or help businesses scale per se, but that is a really good way to gauge what it is that you need to let go of, or what it is that's not really your zone of genius, that is probably affecting your business in a negative way. If you get to the point that it's just constant fighting the technology, fighting the thing, it's gonna come across cringy. If you think about podcasts or videos of certain people you have followed for a long time, how they've gotten better and better over time, there's something endearing going back to an old post. Oh my gosh, my lighting was weird. But the content was still honest or genuine, or you could tell maybe they didn't have the right camera person or the right phone or the right editing tools, but what they had to say was interesting, or they could get into that flow state like you're saying, versus, okay, everything about this is fucking cringy. You don't like doing it, we don't like consuming it, it's not coming across genuine, or it's over-edited in a way.
I think that there are so many experts out there saying that social media is the only way, and I don't think that's actually true.
I agree.
I think there are ways to do business. If I come back to my actual work, Divine Love Soul, if that's their primary gift, as entrepreneurs, they're going to see the screen as something that separates them from other people instead of a thing that connects them to other people. And they're going to hate the entire process of content creation, and they're not going to be very successful at it. So, I mean, not everybody is actually designed at soul level to do social media, and that's actually a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and I'm not really per design a content creator either. While I could have some really specific juicy things to say, I'm not really the person that's good to talk for hours and hours. I'm just gonna repeat the same 5 sentences because I already told you in the most concise possible way what this one thing is.
And really, content creation is saying that one simple thing 80 different times over and over and over again until you're so fucking sick of saying it.
I'm just not designed that way.
It's the wisdom. Oh, I did. Oh, we did this last time.
Check, check. Yeah, I'm back on.
Okay.
I can't believe how much you cut off
It was long.
in so few
Which,
few
how
weeks.
long has it been? Like
It was January.
Was it literally? Damn.
Literally, fuck your New Year's resolution, be
Oh,
recorded
you're
first
so
week.
right. Well, it's been almost 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cut mine every 2 weeks.
You cut your hair every 2 weeks?
Pretty much, 2 to 3 weeks. Yep.
Damn.
I'm like a man because I got my
That's
my
why you look
shaved
so perfect
sides,
every time.
But
Yeah, so I would say that's a thorn in the sense that it's hard, but I also think this is a really interesting opportunity as business owners to realize what is the thing that we can balance out.
yeah,
What is the thing that AI can help us do? What is the thing that maybe you get hired out, but what is the thing that will bring you more return on your investment versus just the constant hustle of, I gotta do the social media because everybody's doing the social media. What if you could design a brilliant fucking billboard on the side of the highway that would make way more sense? Is billboard advertising a way old school, different kind of thing? Yeah, but is it possible that that makes more sense for your business? Potentially, right? Like
yeah.
what-
Also, some people are literally built for referral-based businesses where you actually don't need to do a ton of marketing because all of your customers do your marketing for you. And I experienced that a lot whenever I did hair because every single one of my clients was a walking billboard for my work. And then I would have new people come into my chair and say, oh, so-and-so referred me because I saw their hair at the grocery store and had to ask, who does your hair? And so, I mean, that was really, it was so easy. It was so easy for me to find clients that way. And then I built my business around that model so that I was booked out solid. People had to book a year in advance
Whoa.
with me.
That's insane. I even think about this with acupuncture. You now have gone to the person that I go to. She does.
So amazing.
She does.
She's a
face.
magic person.
She is a magical person and comes from an extremely medical perspective.
Yes.
And does the microneedling, which is now a business done in spas without really the true knowledge of skin. She has told me the needle has to be a certain gauge size and it has to be a certain depth in the skin. So she said there are people who come to me who have gotten it done and their face is shit because it was overdone. But you would think, oh, I'm gonna go get this surface done, I'm gonna look beautiful, and somebody may or may not know what the hell they're doing. So because I know that she knows what she's doing, I've referred tons of people to her.
Yeah, she's
I trust her,
amazing.
and I would say every person who comes out of there and says, I loved it, now I feel even more confident to refer them. Her social media presence is basically
Not
this.
bad.
So then you know the craft that you're doing is good and you didn't need to go live. Just figuring out for yourself what makes sense.
Yeah.
Takes time, and not jumping on that bandwagon of, well, everybody's doing it.
So if you are into content creation at this point in your entrepreneurial journey, this is your signal to really reconsider if the way that you're doing content is evergreen and if it is sustainable. And if you are hating the process, you're not going to like the outcome. So if you're hating the process, you're not liking the outcome, this is your sign to revise your strategy. And it's going to take time to figure out what actually works for you. So don't be afraid to do test reels. Don't be afraid to just throw some content out there to see if it flops, because I'm realizing that it doesn't matter what level you're at in your business, whether you're making $20,000 a year or if you're making $500,000 every year, you are going to be constantly flopping. It's just that the level that you perceive a flop to be is different. Mm-hmm. So maybe you have 800 followers on your Instagram or TikTok, and you're stuck in 200 to 300 view jail. That's a flop to you, but also if you just started and you got 300 views on a video, fuck yeah!
That's amazing. Absolutely. Yeah.
But then you can be at 1 million followers on TikTok and throw out videos and maybe be upset if it doesn't get 5,000 views. That might be a flop to you. So it's perception around the flops. Everybody is constantly flopping. It's how you deal with the flop and how you course correct.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think that's the most interesting piece, is taking the feedback from that. Okay, I do really well when my videos are 5 minutes versus 10 or this or that, right? But you can't learn that unless you put up a bunch of 10-minute videos and nobody's watching them. And then everybody's watching your 5-minute videos. Maybe that's the amount that people want to consume your stuff. We got to put ourselves out there to fail, which sucks. But here we are.
It builds character.
It does. It does.
So I hope that this has been encouraging for you. Let us know if you like this format. Again, this is us testing shit out. So if you like this form of content where we're just kind of talking about business generally, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to boss less, babe more.